It is 12:24 Eastern Standard Time on this disgraced Sunday morning, bitch. How the fuck is you? I am Kaj Taylor, aka Miss Go, your host, bitch. And guess what, bitch? We will be talking about Jim Crow laws for a second, bitch. Now let me explain to you what the Invisible Empire is. The Invisible Empire was put on Republicans and the African American community by the Democratic Party a long time ago. It is filled with racism. It is filled with abuses. It's filled with hatred. So recently, they have been spanking women. They've been having women circulate to them so that they can rape them and beat them. Biracial man told me on a platform that I was on that they all agreed as black men that black women deserve to be raped and beat on. Kamala Harris is their number one pick for any and everything concerning the demise of a black woman. I'm going to keep it real with you. This is not my first go around with this. I dealt with this when I was in elementary school. Some of the fathers of the children that I championed myself for. We were children in the situation. Kamala Harris. Let me tell you, there are no older black men walking this earth that is innocent of this activity here. They came here during the time of O.J. Simpson trial and the Susan Smith case. Susan Smith case was located right here in Columbia, South Carolina. This is how the narrative went with the Susan Smith case. Susan Smith, who was a married white woman here in Columbia, South Carolina, she she called 911. She stated that her car had been stolen with her children in it, motherfucker. And two black men had stolen it. Okay. So the National Advancement of Colored People was in town. They had the O.J. Simpson trial going on in California and the East Coast, West Coast beef going on. Okay. Some of these people I know because they sat down with me. I was an NAACP child, but got no respect and went through a lot of abuse as a child member of the NAACP. So what I'm telling black men is to beware around this motherfucker. I like men, but I don't think that we need certain men in our community or in our lifespan. I'm telling you that I love your motherfucking hatred, your toxicity, and your negativity, and your hostility towards me, bitch. I was so very young. Me and Susan Smith's oldest son was the same age, 7 years old. When they submerged him and his brother in a lake. These black men are ruthless, bitch. Susan Smith spent near her whole life in prison behind the murders of her children for no motherfucking reason. And the African American community of black men, it has been put on a pedestal for the murders and cruel acts committed against women and children on a daily basis from the state of South Carolina over to the West Coast and California, down to Florida, up to Washington State, especially New York. New York City has a motherfucking problem with having hostile issues against women and children, bitch. They have a hostile issue against women and children. They called her a liar. They came down here, protested, probably harassed and beat her family up and all kind of shit through the National Advancement of Colored People. I had to put my cape down for the National Advancement of Colored People. Because you sitting here watching, what's those shows, those live police shows that's like Cops back in the day, it used to be called Cops back in the day. You're watching these niggas steal cars with children in it, bitch. On a daily motherfucking basis. You have spit in my face and the faces of missing and exploited people and children all over this United States. And then she's inviting more people to commit the heinous crimes against us into the United States. I asked the question, well, you're charging the cops for Breonna Taylor's murder. Tell me who the fuck called the police and spread those rumors to the police that her boyfriend was living up there, a dangerous drug dealer. Your response, Negro community, is hostile, arrogant. Hostile and arrogant. Now, her boyfriend has now been arrested as the cause of her motherfucking death, bitch. After they done had to paid money out to him. For what? I don't the fuck know. You niggas are the most aggressive, nasty motherfuckers walking the planet motherfucking earth, bitch. And I'm a Afro-Latina woman. I'm not Afro-Latina, light-skinned, white-looking. I am chocolate. My children were taken by black men. Most of the black men doing the service to the community are black. Al Sharpton up there involved in shit that he ain't supposed to be motherfucking involved in. And then he turned around popping shit this way at the Grant Taylors, bitch. And I ain't got no respect for that motherfucking sodomite son of a bitch. He better sit his motherfucking ass down for I him upside his motherfucking head, bitch. Because there ain't no way in the fucking hell you represent anything civil rights or advancement for colored people, bitch. You sat there and told that lady she was lying to her face, bitch. You caused us to have repercussions here of racism that was not necessary if you would have took the necessary steps as a motherfucking cop to arrest your homeboy who was a pedophile, human trafficker at the motherfucking time. They still. I'm telling them, I am been a victim more of black men than I have been a man of any other race. And that's the real truth, bitch. I am a victim of black men shit. Not no motherfucking white man. My fight ain't the same, bitch. And you a bitch that'll sit up there and commit the heinous crimes against other minority women with these black son of a bitches, bitch. Don't address me, ho. I wasn't raped by no white man. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bitch. But that's real. I'm sitting here still waiting for my children to come back from the fucking babysitters and you talking shit to me? That's why you're behind those speakers, bitch, and not in my face with your shit, though. And when you in my face, you cool as a cucumber, bitch. You got the police on speed dial. Because you know I owe you bitches something up your ass, bitch. But it ain't what the fuck you out here looking for, bitch. They put that woman in jail for many decades. They said, okay. And niggas hollered, no, bitch. They had people in the community who didn't have any jobs, who didn't have all sufficiency. And they chose to take their power to fight against, that, okay, on one side, it was the black men fighting against women. And then on the other side, it looks like it's black women fighting against interracial relationships. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looked like to me. I cannot shun no interracial situation at all because that's what made me. That's that shit that made me, bitch. That's that shit that made me. So I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't one of them black girls to be talking about, oh, we looking at you funny and shit like that. Man, bitch, fuck you. I'm going to have to go back and do my research because I'm pretty sure back in the early 90s, there had been some other cases as well. And for you to come back and particularly attack us, these specific children, lets me know that you are the same motherfucking people, Carlisa. You the same motherfucking nasty bitch, Carlisa. Natalie, all you bitches that was supposed to be working in the community service realm of shit. Yeah, you nasty red bitch, Natalie. Natalie, you're a nasty, old, nasty bitch. They know your ass old. They made Nicki Minaj come out and tell it. The bitch tell us, oh, I graduated in 2000. You goddamn right, you 4 years older than me, bitch. Now, Natalie, you nasty ass son of a bitch, you. They bother people churn, bitch. You know what I'm saying? They came from all over the place, and not only did they just didn't attack no white people, they attacked the locals as well. Talking about, oh, she lied on them, because that was their people that they had coming down here doing organized criminal activity, bitch. Kamala Harris was here, bitch. I sat in front of this bitch. We laid it out. I was going to be AKA. I was going to work with something to do with children. Everything I'm trying to do now that she trying to act like she don't know what the fuck she had a discussion with me in regards to. But they did that. I strongly believe they did that because of what they put me through and what they've done as black men in this motherfucking community to right now today. 8 years have passed, and these are the most nasty, reckless, hateful black men I have ever knew to exist, bitch. I learned to stop. That's the young age of about 6 or 7 when that happened with Susan Smith is when I learned to pick who I support very wisely. Very much so wisely. Because that's when I learned to look at all the evidence, bitch. My second baby daddy was born in 1997. That was way after that. He has no recollection of that. He wouldn't know shit about that. But my other one was born in 1984. So, he knows better. And he does better. And if he ain't doing better, then bitch, that's not him. You want to make people believe that me and you are the same person, like we some kind of dual twins, live a dual life and all that shit, and that's not true. Me and you are two totally different people, bitch. My men don't disrespect me to my face like that. My men don't be out here doing certain shit. Bothering a bitch churn, you cannot date me doing certain things. But I tell you what, and Susan Smith had other kids. They're probably biracial children. They probably done slaughtered the fuck out of her and those kids, and you're not going to be able to tell. I'm telling you because my life is in constant danger, bitch, from pedophiles, bitch, a fucking pedophile ring. I'm telling you that that's the 100% truth. So I looked at Casey Anthony's situation. I'll be back. If I run out of time, I'll be back on the next segment of the podcast and tell you how I feel about Casey Anthony's situation, bitch. Because bitches go on dates too, though. But if I pay my motherfucking babysitter to watch my child, there was nothing that should have gone wrong, bitch. But I learned to pick who I support differently because of what they do. Now they acting like you need them for something and they say no a lot, and that's not how the older men were around here. They'll leave your daughter stranded, fucked up. They don't give a fuck because they got that money. They got money and now they don't need you now. Whatever fear they had, Kamala took care of that fear for them so that they won't have to fear bothering people's children and shit, or being disrespectful to other men's daughters and shit. That other man's that was disrespecting other men's daughters, that's respectable. That's a problem for me. And I'll get to that in just a minute. My name is Koch, aka Miss Go. I'll be back with part 2. Get it back in blood.